So we all judge books by their covers. Some of them are absolutely gorgeous, but we should really judge what's inside those covers. And I don't mean what's inside the books. Today, I'm talking about end pages. Hey guys, it's Abby from Abby of Pellinor, and there are some absolutely stunning end pages inside of books, mainly in hardbacks, but I do have a few paperbacks here as well, and they don't get enough love. Everyone obviously sees the outside, everyone looks at these gorgeous naked hardbacks, but I really love end pages. And I don't have enough books with fancy end pages in them. So basically this is all of them I could find. I'm not holding them up because it is a decent stack and most of them are hardbacks. There's 14 books here. Now that's a lot of books, but at the same time it really isn't, considering I've got like many books. Coming up on 1,000, and those are the only ones I could find. To be fair, I've only got about 500 of my books, got about 500 of my books out, but still. So, first of all I'm going to start with the paperbacks because there are only 4 of them. So basically these are going to go paperbacks worst to best, and then hardbacks worst to best. First up, Eve of Man by Tom and Giovanni Fletcher, and the reason that this is worst is because technically, like, that would be the end page, but this is cool and snazzy and I wanted to show you it. That's literally it. That's why it's there. Then next up, Ink by Alice Broadway. So essentially the only reason that this has a nice end page, I mean the back is beautiful. I didn't look at the back of this one. No, it's just a picture of G and Tom. So the back of this is gorgeous as well, like I love that. But on the front half, basically because of the way that they've put the cover on, they need somewhere to put the synopsis, so it's in there. And then we have 2 of the books that I have in the Red Queen series. The rest of mine have got white pages for the end pages, but these 2, let's start with Red Queen first. So Red Queen has got this design in red, and Glass Sword has, I believe, the same design, but in blue. And I just think it's really gorgeous. It's on both ends. Oh, so at the back that's a shield. See, right, see? Is this a shield as well? It is. See, it's just nice. It's just nice. Shut up. So those are the paperbacks. As I said, I prefer the Red Queen ones. I think that they're actually like symbolic of the book whilst being different to the cover. But we don't have many paperbacks, so the other 2 were included as well. And then moving on to the hardbacks. So, first up are the 2 worst ones. And that is the Books of Dust. And this is basically just like water themed. And then this one is kind of like deserty themed? Question mark? They're nice, and it's nice to have something. And also under the dust jacket, these are gorgeous. They both have like a similar style. And it is nice that they have like a decorated end page, but they're not the fanciest on the list, which is why they are going first. Then for one that I love, but it is very plain, and that's why it's this high up the list, is all of the hardbacks for the Bone season. I don't have the Song Rising in hardback. One day. But I have the rest of them, and they all have something like this. The Mime Order and the Mask Falling have both got black end pages with a white moth sort of symbol. I think the Mask Falling's got a bee. But yes, basically plain, but with a symbol in the middle. It's a nice little touch. That's my hair. It's a nice little touch, but it is quite simple. And that is why it is no further down on the list. Then we have the standard. Now this is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's very standard. It's the map. So this is Inheritance by Christopher Paolini. It's the last book in the Inheritance cycle from the Aragon series. And this map is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's like a standard thing to pop a map there. So it's gorgeous, but nothing overly special. Then for one that's really fun, Skulduggery Pleasant, the first book. I do have at least, I think Dark Days as well has the same concept but in the colours of Dark Days, which is purple. And then after that, all of my editions at least, they're just solid blocks of solid blocks of colour or artwork, which I love, but I'm not showing all 14 books, or 16. There's a lot, I'm not showing them all. So all you're getting to see today is this first one, which has the Skulduggery Pleasant logo all across it, with a bright orange background. So as I mentioned, those were pretty standard. Like, it's unique, you don't see a lot of it, but they're nothing that's like a massive surprise to see on the inside of a book. Now we get on to some of the more unique ones. So first up is Moriarty by Anthony Horowitz, and this one, very thematically, has a photograph of 1800s England. I mean, possibly Britain, It could be somewhere else, but I'm assuming it's probably somewhere in the south of England. But yes, it's really thematic, it goes with the book, and I think it was a really interesting choice as well, to kind of colour block it in the blue so that it matches the cover. I think it was a nice decision. Then we have a book that is gorgeous on the outside, and that is Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry, with these beautiful, gorgeous, like, look at, it's absolutely stunning. I love how, I mean, under the dust jacket it's plain. You can see all of these bright, colourful designs, and I love how they've basically taken the essence of it. It's not quite the same, but it is very similar, and then they've just toned it down and just put it in a simple two-tone, and it's absolutely stunning. I really like that. I'm running out of shelf space. Space on my shelf, that one. Now we're on to the final three. So, first up, in third place with the bronze medal, is Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. So this one, oh, that's the little slip, because I got this as a gift from Sam from Griff Reads. But this one, look at it. I can't open it too far because I've not actually read the book yet, so I haven't damaged the spine enough yet to fully open it, and I don't want to do it until I read it. But it's eggshells, cracked eggshells on a pink and white stripe background. Because I've not read it, I don't officially know exactly what it is. I'm getting, like, I know that basically the main character is confronted in a supermarket, a grocery store, because it's American. So is it that when she's confronted she drops eggs and they smash, or is it the concept of walking on eggshells? Because this talks about the white fragility and white people thinking they're helping when it comes to racism when they're not. So it could be the concept of walking on eggshells, it could be that she drops eggs in the supermarket, or it could be both. But I just think it's really, like, interesting, like, I like it. Then, second place, getting the silver medal, is The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. So this, I mean, this book, the entire thing is gorgeous. But the end pages. So this is just like a little plain picture, and the other side does the same at the back, it's just a little picture. But guys, I'm a musician. I mean, a very bad musician, don't get me wrong. I haven't played properly in years, but I grew up learning music, and so I was already going to be biased towards this, let alone the fact that it's just absolutely stunning. I love the characters of the book interacting with each bar and how they're utilising all that free space, as well as just the plain but beautiful background of handwritten, is it handwritten? No, I was lying, of printed music, but still, it's so pretty, it's so pretty. And then last, but by no means least, coming in first, gold medal position, is a book that you've probably never heard of, unless you've been watching my channel for a little bit. And that is What If by Randell Munroe, creator of XKCD. Randell Munroe has the website XKCD, where on that he draws these comics talking about basically the scientific actuality of stupid events. So, for example, how hard would a puck have to be shot to be able to knock the goalie himself backwards into the net? What is the longest possible sunset you can experience while driving, assuming we're obeying the speed limit and driving on paved roads? So it's like absolutely ridiculous questions, like why are you asking this? But it's so much fun. So like actual scientific concepts, but they're stupid. And he draws comics to go along with them as well as actually scientifically breaking them down. So it's incredible, it's fascinating, I recommend checking out the website. Now on to what we're actually here for. I just thought I needed to explain, because most of you will not know what this is. The grand reveal. Take off the flap. First of all, look at that. Like, I know it, but like, that's really cool. It's on the back as well. And the inside of it, it's fantastic. The entire publishing of this book is amazing. So this is like blueprints. And that's what he's doing. He's creating these blueprint concepts of how you would react to a scientific idea. And he has blueprints for the end pages. It just works amazingly. And they actually do link to all of these designs. I mean, this dinosaur one links with something that's in the book. This map links with one of the questions that he's asked, and these equations all link as well. So not only is it, like, conceptually linked and really cool, but it also actually links with the insides of the book. And that is why this one is the winner, because it's just, I just love it. Those just about all fit in the shelves. I don't think you can see them. You can see the paperback ones, but ta-da! They're squeezed in. So yes, this was just a fun, silly video, but I wanted to show off some of the favourite end pages and all of the end pages that I do have on my shelves. Let me know if you know of a copy of a book, whether it's paperback or hardback, that has gorgeous end pages, and if you have like Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, please tag me and like share a photo because I'd love to see them. I think that they're absolutely gorgeous and they're an underrated part of book design. So many books just have plain white on the inside of the covers, and I just love when the designers go that extra mile and add in a little extra something for us. If I've kept you interested so far, then consider liking and subscribing to my video, and thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!